Hey guys, welcome back to Sweet Creek Thrift. If you're new here, my name is Candy, and today I have week 3 of my August sales to share with you. And it's only about 10 items, just like last week. So if you're new here, I resell on Poshmark and eBay, and I am sharing with you what sold on those apps and just in that week. So this is going to be from, let me see. It was from August 17th to August 23rd. So I'm just kind of doing those 6 days. And then my next video, I think, is going to be like 7 or 8 days because I just kind of like broke it up into different like segments. And so the first item that's sold is this vintage 80s hot pink rose oversized sweater by a brand called Harhua, which I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but I will show you the logo. And I put floral, soft, and fuzzy because it was very soft still, even though I think it's acrylic, but I'll have to double check. But anyways, it was super vibrant. It had a lot of colorful, like the pinks. And so I thought somebody would really like this. Also, you can see like the little scalped kind of edging along the neckline and the bubble type sleeve. So it was just super cute. When I saw it at the store, I was like, even though it's vintage and it's like, I just think somebody's gonna really like this item. So I picked it up and I was right. But anyways, so it sold pretty quick and I just thought it was adorable. So it did have shoulder pads too, so it's kind of funny. I'm pretty sure it's from like maybe the 80s, something like that. I don't know if I put the material down here. Let me see. Measurements. I don't think I put the material, so maybe it didn't have the material tag, so I'm not sure if it was acrylic or not. But anyways, let's see. So this item I picked up at Goodwill this year on May 17th, and I paid $5.59, and I posted it on June 21st to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on eBay August 17th, and it sold for $18.89, and I made a profit of $9.35. The next item is a pair of Tommy Hilfiger Sport Bib overalls, women's medium, carpenter blue jeans straight, which I did find these at a garage sale, and this was the one item that I did pay up for at that sale. But it did have the patch right here on the back, so, and then it has like the carpenter like loop, little like hammer loop. But anyways, and it was 100% cotton, so I went ahead and picked these up. It was on March 17th. I paid $10 for that item at the garage sale. So I did pay up for it. And I posted it on April 22nd to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on eBay August 17th for $52.50. And that gave me a profit of $34.03. And I will say that the lady that bought them, I'm not sure what the situation was exactly, but like I think the day that they got delivered, she tried to tell me that they weren't delivered. And I was like, well, they were delivered per the label that eBay sent me. And I never heard hi nor hear. Like, she never responded after that. When I made a comment that it was, you know, tracking shows from the label that eBay sent me, the tracking shows that it was delivered to the address that she had on file with eBay. So, you know, and then she didn't respond. So either she didn't see it, or maybe they just delivered it after they marked it ship. Sometimes they do that. They'll like, I think they'll like say it's delivered, but then it doesn't show up for a couple more hours. I don't know, but like what happened, or she just didn't push it because I basically said like, hey, this was the label eBay gave me. So, you know, tracking does show it shipped. So maybe she's just figured it out, or my guess is it just showed up. Or she didn't see it. They put it somewhere. Sometimes they put stuff at my house. Sometimes they put it in the most random spots. But anyways, and she did get these for 30% off. I had them posted for $75 originally, and I ran a 30% off sale in my store. So she did get them on that sale, I'm pretty sure. So anyways, so that one I made $34 on basically. The next item is Nike Air Fear of God pants, men's 2XL black waffle mesh panel joggers zip cuff. That's a lot to get through. That was my title. And then it had like a mesh lower leg area, but it was lined. It just had like a mesh overlay fabric. and kind of like an angled cut, like angled stitching, I guess you could say. So anyways, but so it had like the low, you know, this is like the main thing. Somebody's going to buy it for the name brand. That's pretty much it, I think. But it had the logo on the back. It was peeling. I made a note of that it was peeling. It had zippered pockets, a couple like holes. I still picked it up because it's still, you know, it's still a good item that people like and they want, no matter the fact that it's a little bit worn. Anyway, so I just kind of disclosed all the flaws. I picked it up at Goodwill on July 20th, and I did pay up. I paid $14.99. It was my first time finding any of the Fear of God line, so like our Nike Air collab. So I went ahead and just picked it up because I thought, you know, this is still gonna sell, and the comps were looking really good. So I posted it on August 5th, and it sold August 20th. So it took 15 days. And it sold for $59.99. I made a profit of $35.50. The next item is Call of Duty Black Ops Collection, Microsoft Xbox 360 from 2016. And I put discs and case. And as you can see, I just kind of take a bunch of pictures of the case and then of all the discs. And then I do try to show kind of what they look like. So, but anyways, so I did post this. This came out of our closet. Like, it came out of our house, like, as I've explained in previous videos. We used to have Xboxes, moved to PlayStation, now we're on to PC, so we're just kind of getting, like, out all of these games and stuff. So, I posted it on August 20th. It sold the very next day, August 21st, for $18.99. I made a profit of $15.10. And then the next item is this Adore Me Baby Doll Style Lingerie Women's Large Mesh Polka Dot Lace Bow Ruffle Sleepwear. That's what I put. But anyways, it was really cute. Black. It had like the nice little ivory, like creamy off-white lace going on. It had a little ruffly look at the bottom. I just thought that was super cute. And then some like little polka dot straps, and the inside had the pink accents also. And so I just thought somebody would like it. All of like the loops and everything there were working and functional. It was padded in the bra area. It's a good brand. The brand's fairly well known, I think, for Adore Me. But anyways, it wasn't like the best condition, and I made a note, like, it does have wear on it, but overall it's still really cute. And lots of wear left. So I picked that up at the Goodwill bins, and I paid $2. It was on June 20th this year. I paid $2 average per item that day. I posted it on July 10th, and it sold on August 22nd on eBay. It sold for $13.49, and I made a profit of $8.75. The next item is Vintage International Extra Touch Sweater Women's 2X Floral Knit Cardigan from the 90s. At least I'm pretty sure it's from the 90s. It looks like stuff that I had, I remember going to like the mall and seeing this kind of stuff. So anyways, in fact, I'm pretty sure I had a sweater that was kind of like this in the 90s, but anyways, this one is super cute. Definitely had a little bit of wear, but overall really fun, colorful pattern. It had the you know, knit style going on, the crochet. It even says knitted by hand. But it had the tag, so I thought that was interesting. And it was, maybe this is the one I was thinking of. It's 55 Ramie, 45 acrylic. So maybe this is the one that had the acrylics that I was thinking of. So I did disclose like there was some staining on like some of the arms and like some of the spots. So you can kind of see, like, I tried to wash it too. I did wash it before. So I tried to get the stains off, but you know, some of them are persistent. But anyways, overall, you couldn't, it was not like major staining, just minor. So that was super cute, and I posted that on, we'll see, I got it at Goodwill on May 17th. I was gonna say March, May 17th, and I paid $5.59 for it, and I posted it July 3rd on eBay and July 4th on Poshmark. It sold on eBay August 23rd for $38.99. I made a profit of $26.88. And that must be one of those, you know, what do you call it? Style pieces, I guess people are saying. So anyways, very cute. I knew somebody would want it, especially going with like fall and winter coming up. I knew somebody was going to like that one. And then the next item is the Kato pencil skirt, size medium, gray stretchy business casual rayon blend, and it was just super plain, very minimalistic, but it was like a nice, just like a decent stretchy style material and in excellent condition. So I picked it up, and there's the brand. Anyways, so this item I picked up at St. Vincent de Paul on April 2nd. It was on their, I think, 75% off rack maybe, or at least half off. And I paid $2.50. And I posted it on May 5th to Poshmark and eBay, and it finally sold on Poshmark on August 20th for $19, and I made a profit of $20, or sorry, not 20, $12.70. And then the next item is a lot of two items. So the first one is this Reebok. So it's both are Reebok, and both were the same size mediums. And so this one's a purple athletic tee, women's, and it has like the embroidered logo down here, and it had like a little bit of a different, like on the shoulder area, you can kind of see. And then there's the logo. And then the second item is also Reebok, but it was a blue, like an aqua blue, play dry blue tank top is what I wrote. And it was, I mean, same size. I figured somebody that works out wouldn't mind, like I just lotted them together just to, you know, so somebody would have two items, both from Reebok. And then those items came from the donation, my original donation. So like 4 or 5 years ago donation. And I posted it, so I had zero invested. I posted it on July 29th of 23 on Poshmark. And then I posted it the next year onto eBay, July 5th of 24. And it then sold on Poshmark a following year, August 20th. So it sold this year on the 20th of August for $14, and I made a profit of $11.05. I still think it's funny that I'm still selling stuff from that original donation. It was a very large donation. So anyways, the next item is Harley Davidson long sleeve t-shirt, women's 2W, or did I put W? It's like a 2X basically, but logos spell out biker, soft and rayon. Like the material was very soft and stretchy, very cozy feeling, and then the logo was pristine, like everything was great. Oh, there's I think I went by too fast. See, it says 2W, so like I'm thinking it's like a 2X or 2 wide, but basically like a 2X. And it was very nice condition, and it was rayon and elastane. So anyways, that item I picked up at the garage sale March 17th, also the same as those overalls, and I had $1 invested. Posted it on April 25th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark August 21st. And it sold for $22. I made a profit of $16.60. And then the last item for this video is New York City Design Co. top women's medium blouse. And I put floral garden party, I put pleat, and then I put sheer because it was like a semi-sheer material. And this one was very interesting. It has all these like loopy loops. And it's kind of hard to see, but like all the way up and down. I mean, if you think of like a lion's thing, it kind of had like that vibe going on. The colors were very, very bright, very poppin'. And it kind of had like that semi-sheer material. It was polyester, and I just thought it was very colorful, very bright. Somebody was going to want it. You could barely make out the logo, but it does say in like, and it's also in cursive to make it very hard to read, but it's like the font is like one of those like elaborate cursive, like and so anyways, it says New York City Design Co. And so very, very hard. Took me a while to figure that one out. And then there's the loops. You can kind of see them, even get up closer. It's all these like loops. So it's a very odd style, like not something that I've ever really seen before. I don't know that I would pick it up at the store, but it did come from a donation. Not the original donation, mind you, a whole different donation, but it was very cute, and it kind of flared out here at the waist. So anyways, I went ahead and posted it. I had $0 invested. So I posted it last year, October 28th of 24, and it sold on Poshmark August 23rd for $15. I made a profit of $12. And so after week 3, I am now at a gross profit, sorry, not gross, a net profit. That means after fees and taxes and everything. well, the buyer's taxes, not after my personal taxes. I still have to pay taxes on all of this. However, my take home was at this point is $452.35. And so I only have one more week to go. So hopefully I'll make the 700 mark. I do still have, I don't know. I haven't ran the numbers yet, but we'll see. But if I make, $500-600, I'll still be happy with that. It was a really slow, terribly slow month. I was accepting offers, making $5-6 at a pop. So I was happy to see some good items, some items that had been sitting for a while. I was really happy to be able to see those go out of my closet, so to say, out of my bins, so that I can fill them with better items, better quality items, hopefully. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I will see you on my next one. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget, please subscribe so that you can see my next video. See ya later. Bye.